long. Can you take that out of there? Okay. Live. Everything is live. Woohoo! Alright. Woohoo! Alright, so that's a new. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright, let's go that. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we are ready to roll. Yay! Yippee yahoo! Who do we got today? We got C Miami, Cool Beans, Bill Davis, Justin, Crypto Milona, Larissa, Mike, C Miami, how you doing? Divvy Dave, J7 Mile 313. Okay. Dog Iron Skull, Mary Jane Rios. Justin, what's happening? Poppy, what's going on there? Alrighty, so let's get ready to roll. Paul, got this. Alright. So let's get started. Here we go. Divvy Dave, Naylax. Alright, Jim Bibby. Why does that name sound familiar? Jim Bibby. I just when I heard that name in a movie once. Alright. Let's get ready to roll. Okay, we're going to take a look at stocks we have on the list for next week. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't inundate me with a huge... can we look at MUR? Ugh. MUR. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, so Murphy's Oil. No. Okay? We can look at it all you want, but it's going to be a no. Now, see, what is that? Shock Ab 615? Shaka, whatever that is. Andrea, how are you doing? So, you like this company. Not a problem. Wonderful. Great. Awesome. Good for you. All that kind of nice, good stuff. NEP, what's a drop? NEP. Let's take a look at NEP. NEP. All right. So, you like this company, nothing wrong with it all. Okay. However, it has monthly options. For the trading that I do here, for what I teach here, it's not going to work. So, it's going to be a no. So, let's just bypass it. Just dollar. Okay. Mohammed, just dollar. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but okay. So, MUR is going to be a no. Sorry about that. So, let's take a look at what else is. Ooh, AAP. Advanced Auto Parts. I actually jumped into some Advanced Auto Parts. The inverse iron condor worked tonight. Tesla jumping 12%. Cool Beans. Ooh, I thought it was a weekly. Sorry. Thank you, Andrea. Club Meg Tom. Hey, James. I am like measure twice, cut once. Please see below question. Forget everything but DJT. Well, good for you. Can you say my name, please? Queen Bee. How's it going, Queen Bee? CVS has been up and down today. Okay. Well, DJT is going to be a no. So you're new here, and if you weren't new here, so if you've been here before, you would know I don't do DJT. Reason being, it has not been in business long enough. Blake, so what about the IRO scan? I have no idea what the IRO scan physics test by 45%. I have no idea what that means. Hello, I'm new here, but do you do option trading? Yes, I do. Andrea wants to take a look at IBM. Let's take a look at IBM after we take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. We'll take a look at Advanced Auto Parts first, all right? Andrea, I'm going to pause the questions right there. IBM. All right. So, Advanced Auto Parts, I always do the exact same things over and over and over again. I like repetitive. Okay, the S&P 500, no, dude, sorry. So, here's the high of the year. Here's the bottom of the year. Here's where it was a year ago. Here's where it is now. Look at the movement. Up, down, drop, down, sideways. At 37.85 at the moment. You're going to make most of your money in the stock market buying low, selling high. Well, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. So ask yourself a question. What do you think of Advanced Auto Parts? Okay, they're around. Almost every major city has an Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, well, at 37.85, the 38s are going for 54. That can't be right. 54 cents for 2 days? That's well over 1%. Well, look at next week. Next week's 38s are going for $1.20. Well, that's a nice premium. Now, if you don't know what it is I'm looking for, okay, thanks, Van. If you don't know what it is I'm looking for, okay, for those of you that are new, I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose trading strategy called Dividend Capturing 2.0. Something I created for my 9-year-old daughter 15 years ago when she was 9. Okay, now she's 25. Wait a minute. That would be 16 years ago. Anyway, besides the point. That being said, it has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. I'm looking for just 1% per week. Now, 1% a week does come to over 50% per year. I know a lot of you think 50% per year is a wonderful thing to get. Well, it is, but it's not free, and it's not as, you know, like, hey, push a button, I'm getting 50%. No, it doesn't work that way. You actually got to put some work into it. Okay, it is actually a strategy that you actually have to do on a daily basis. Well, is your personal finances worth that much to you? Now, you may be just starting out, you may not have a large amount, but when you get into your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and you're getting older, well, your account, what you get, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you get two choices. Either take care of your money yourself or pass it off to someone else. Okay? If I passed it off to someone else, I'd still be working because nobody else pays 30, 40, 50% per year consistently. Nobody does it. Okay? If you knew of a trust or a fund or an ETF or a mutual fund or something that paid 40 to 50%, would you tell everybody? Well, I don't know. Would you? Okay. Now, I get an average of 1% per week. That comes to over 1% per week. That comes to over 50% per year. That's a nice return. But I have to work at it every single day. Now, it only takes me 5 or 10 minutes. What am I looking for? I'm looking for good companies, number one. I find a good company, such as Advanced Auto Parts. Wait a second, I got to move this over just a smidge. Okay, because I wasn't getting it on this corner. So it takes me 5 or 10 minutes. It's really not that difficult. It's relatively quick. Look, here's the chart. How long does it take you to identify 5 things in this chart? 5. High, low, where was it? Where is it now? That's 4. And the 5th thing is, what's the direction? Well, up, down, drop, down, sideways. Really not that difficult. Up, down. That's basically it. Simplified it. It takes 2 or 3 seconds. High, low, where was it, where is it, and what's the direction? Really not that difficult. But that's the first chart. We look at 5 different charts, and there's a reason why. First one basically tells us whether or not it's a good company to look at, because I don't want to buy it at the high of the year. Okay, I don't want to buy it at the low of the year. Okay, so if I took a good look, high, low, where was it, where is it, all the kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Look at this little spot right here. This is the last couple of days. I want to zoom into that, but before I zoom into that, I want to make sure it's worth my time and effort to zoom into it. So what am I going to look at? Well, what am I buying it for? Well, there's some numbers that are very important. Now, if you're going to invest, these are things you need to know. Well, first of all, you need to know where the current stock price is at the moment. Okay, well, the current stock price at the moment is right here, $37.85. Or you can look right here, $37.85, or you can look right here, $37.85, or you can look right here, $37.85. All the same. That's the current stock price at this moment in time. Now, the stock market's not open, but that's the current price. Okay, great. So if I like the stock, what am I buying it for tomorrow? Well, here's another set of numbers that you're going to need. You're going to need to know what the open, what's the high, what's the low, where's the close, what kind of volume was there, and then what's the bid and the ask. What can I buy it for? What can I sell it for? These are all information on just the stock itself. Down here, let's get rid of it. Okay, this is the information on the stock. Okay, that's just the information on the stock itself. Here we do what is called a covered call. It's one of the safest trading strategies there is. You buy a stock, you sell somebody else the rights to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. I know it may sound a little confusing, but trust me, it is a little on the easy side. Well, actually, you don't trust me. You don't know me. So, it is what it is. I just read the numbers and I just tell you my opinions. That's all. This is not recommendations. This is not a tip. Nothing like that. This is just pure entertainment. I sing, I dance, I do all kinds of nice stuff, fun stuff. I even stand on my hands and wiggle my toes. That kind of. Okay, anyway, so this is what I can buy it for. Now, a covered call works similar to this. Are you ready? You buy it for a certain price. You sell it to someone else at almost the exact same price you paid for it. Now, they can buy it from you at a certain price, okay, which is a strike price, by a certain date, which is the expiration date, and those are over here. Now, you have two opportunities or two options when it comes to stock options. Kind of weird. You have options when it comes to stock options. You have the call option and the put option. I don't really cover the put option here. It's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more involved. I stick to simplicity. Remember, I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter. Simplicity was key. So, if you buy it for this price here, what is the closest price, strike price, that I can sell it for? Well, if it's 38.08, well, the closest one is going to be the 38. And what am I looking to capture? I'm looking to capture or gain a premium, which means what I can sell it for. So if I buy it tomorrow morning at 38.08, I can sell it to someone else at 38, and I can collect 54 cents. Well, what does all that mean? Well, if I'm buying it for 38.08 and I'm selling it for 38, I'm losing 8 cents, right? Okay, fine. Well, let's take the 8 cents off of this. That way so I'm not losing anything. So I'm bringing in 38. I'm bringing in 54. If I minus 8 from that, I'm bringing in 46. So 46 is my profit that I walk away with. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot. Well, I'm not really looking for a huge profit. I'm looking for 1%. Now, 1% every single week is 52% per year. And if you compound it, that means you take all your profits and you put it back in and you use those profits to compound and get more and more. Well, that's over 62% per year. Well, that's crazy. Nobody gets 62% per year. But here's the thing. Just hear me out. Give me, at least the benefit of the doubt. You're already here, so at least hear me out. If I'm buying Advanced Auto Parts, well, you know who they are. They're auto parts companies where you get your parts for your car if you work on cars. If you don't, well, I'm pretty sure you have an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a nephew, a son, a brother, or something. You must know someone who works on cars. Everybody knows someone that can turn a wrench. Anyway, Advanced Auto Parts, it's not something you don't know. All right, so if I buy it at 38.08, I sell it at 38, I collect 46 cents per share. What is 46 cents per share? Now that might be a little bit challenging because it's not that simple. Okay, 46 cents per share, that would be my profit, because remember, I'm buying it at 38.08, selling it at 38, I'm collecting 46 cents. So divided by the purchase price, which is going to be 38, and that comes to, ooh, that didn't work out right. 46 divided by 38. That comes to 1.21. So it's a 1.21% trade. Now, I know it sounds like not a lot of money for the amount of effort, but believe me, there I go again, telling you to believe me and you don't even know me. But it's not that difficult. I'm going to actually show you how quickly it is. Now, taking care of your own money and investing your own money may not be something you've thought of before, but it's really not that difficult. Okay? Now, adults have a tendency to make this more complicated than it needs to be. There's a reason why it was created for my 9-year-old daughter, because she jumped on my lap 2008 and said, Daddy, can you please teach me what you're doing? I said, okay. So the strategy had to be simple. Safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Because if she loses, she's going to cry. I'm going to feel like shit. Mom is going to get involved. I'm going to be sleeping on the couch for who knows how long. And as much as the couch is comfortable, I would prefer not to. You know what I mean. Okay, so anyway, this is a 1.2% trade if you like it. Okay, and it's only for 2 days because all we got is Thursday and Friday left. And it's usually not that good. Okay, so if we looked at next week, what is next week's? Well, next week's is $1.20. Okay, so let's take $1.20 and see what that looks like, Claire. $1.20. Now, again, we're losing 8 cents, so we're going to subtract the 8 cents out of that. And we're walking away with $1.12. Okay, well, let's divide it by the purchase price. That's $38. That's 2.9%. That's almost a 3% trade. Well, let's go a little deeper and see the actual workings of the trade to show you exactly how simple it is. Well, first of all, a covered call, I have to buy the stock first, and then I sell the call against it, which gives somebody the right to buy it from me, not the obligation. That means they can buy it if they want to. Okay? Now, this date is very important, 25 October. Well, that's this coming Friday. That means this option here expires this Friday at 4 o'clock. They actually expire on a Saturday, but there's no trading after 4 unless you're in after hours trading, and that's a whole different animal. So let's just stick to the simplicities of the whole program. All right, so buy it here, sell it here. Let's take a look. All right, so first of all, I want to get rid of the chart. Then I want to go to a covered stock, and we said the 38s, so the 38's right there. Okay, let's do just 100 shares so we don't freak anybody out with the large numbers. Okay, the market order, really not that difficult. Read it out loud, see if you understand it. Buy one covered call on Advanced Auto Parts. It expires this Friday, October 25th, 2024. The 38 call strike against the stock. Okay, it might break even, 37.28. Well, the stock is currently at 38.08. Anything above 37.28 is going to be a profit. The maximum profit I'm going to make on this trade, $71.50. That is per contract, each contract. So each contract I have is a 71 bucks. So if I have 10 contracts, that's 710. If I have 1,000 contracts, well, that's 7,000. Anyway, so let's bring up my calculator. Okay, clear that. So $71.50. $71.50. And I divide it by the cost of trades plus commission, $3,729. $3,729, and that gives me a grand total of, hey, Bama Rednecks in the house, 1.9%. And that's for 2 days, Thursday and Friday. That's almost 2% for 2 days. But the big question is, do I like this trade? Do I like this stock at this current price? Let's get rid of all this stuff. Get back to where we were. Okay, now we saw the chart. Let's take a deeper dive into the chart and see if it is right for us to buy. Well, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, here's the direction, up, down. That's for the year. That's the big, broad scale of it. But let's jump in and take a look at a deeper dive. Okay, so a year ago we were at 49.77. Well, here's the high right here. The high was in March, the end of March, at 87. Okay, what is that? Hold on a second. 88.56. That's the high back in March, towards the end. Slowly drops. Here's a gap down. Here's the bottom right here. Here's the bottom of the year, the 3rd of October. Okay, 3rd of October. And that was 36.40. We're talking about Advanced Auto Parts at 36.40. Look at what she did. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, it's coming down at the moment, so it's not that good of a deal. Jason, this is great. Made 9% last month. Cool beans. Last 30 days. Why do I want to look at the last 30 days? Well, the last 30 days gives me an idea of where it's going to be the next 5 to 10 days. Well, because I want to jump in on a Monday and be out on a Friday. Well, we're currently in a Wednesday. Not much happens on a Wednesday for me, because I just take a look. I take a quick look at my account. Okay, so I got a bunch of accounts, and I share a few of them with you guys. What do I want to look at? Why is this not moving? Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, these are the orders I have open, and I got 6 right here that I'm looking at. Very first thing I want to do is look at AAP. Okay, the last couple of days, that's what it looks like. What position am I in? Well, I bought it at 40.62 and I sold the 40.50s. Okay, well, those are going to expire worthless, because right now it's at 37.85. Well, here's my position here. Takes me a couple of seconds to look at it, no big deal. Next one, Harley Davidson, HOG. Okay, oh, Harley Davidson dropped again today. All right, where am I? All right, I got a couple of thousand shares at 35.79. It's currently at 34. I'm losing a little bit, but am I really? I don't think so, because I like the company. I jumped in at 35.79. I sold some of the rights to buy it from me at 35. I picked up $1.84. That's like 3% trade. Okay, great. Well, what does next week's look like? Well, next week for Harley Davidson, look at the 35s. Okay, the 35s are going for $1.05. That's another 3%. So I got 3% this week. I got 3% last week, and it looks as if I'm going to get another 3% next week. That's 9% in 3 weeks. It's really simple to understand, which makes it that more fascinating. Jason, thank you for that. You know, I find it rather strange that some people get it just like this, and other people is like racking their brains. It was created for a 9-year-old. It's supposed to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. Okay, so anyway, back to Harley Davidson. So I'm looking at Harley Davidson, and I'm thinking to myself, well, it's currently at 34. Okay, look. Here's the 30-day high at $40. She went down, up, down. Here's the 30-day bottom, right around 33. All right, you can't see me, sorry. So right around 33, and that was 2 weeks ago. Okay, last week, 2 weeks ago. Okay, she went up, she pulled back. Well, here it is now at 34.13. Well, look, it's dropping 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to get to this area here, turn around, go back up again. But do I care? Really think about this. And this is going to be so weird for some of you new people. I really honestly don't care. I like Harley Davidson. I like the company. They've been around for over 100 years. They consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders. Well, last week I got 3%. This week I got 3%. Next week, the way the numbers are looking at the moment, I bought it at 35, and the 35 is going for 105. 105 is another 3%. That is 9% in 3 weeks. Where else can you get 9% return in 3 weeks? And on a company that's been around. It's like they're not just 5 or 10 years old. This company's been, I think it was incorporated in 1903. Okay, that's like 120 years old. They've seen a lot of shit, and they're still in business. Okay, so that's Harley Davidson. Okay, it doesn't really take me that long. Okay, let's take a quick look at Intel. INTC. Okay, there's Intel. Okay, up, down, down, sideways, blah, blah, blah. Okay, last 30 days. Here we are, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's going to get to a certain point, turn around, go back up again. Intel, I'm right here. view my trades. I'm at 22.50. I sold the 22s. It expiring next Friday. I don't have to do anything. Great. Macy's is next. Okay, here's Macy's. Look, Macy's 5 down days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's the 30-day bottom here. Yeah, this thing's gonna drop back down to here, turn around, go back up again. Where am I with Macy's? Okay, I jumped in at 19. Okay, my average price is 16. 16.50. It's like way up here. This is where I jumped in. But here's the thing about Macy's. I'm getting 2% every single week. So why the hell would I get rid of it? I wouldn't. So, fine. Marathon is next. M-A-R-A. Okay, Marathon had a little bit of a pullback today. Okay, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. She'll probably drop all the way down here before she turns around and goes back up again. Do I really care? No, I like the company. Okay, the company consistently gives me a nice premium. Okay, I jumped in at 18.13. Okay, 18.13. I sold off the 15s. It expires this week. I'm trying to push it forward. Right now it's only worth 13 cents. I'm waiting for it to get to 18 before it fills. Really not that hard. Okay, Riot. R-I-O-T. That's a nice move. Look at that. Okay, so Riot, the 9 puts. So look, up, down, up, down, up. Look at that. I sold the 9s, which means as long as she's above 9, I am good to go. Lively isn't responding. Okay. So, it doesn't take me long to look at my accounts. So I take a quick look at them. Fine. That's it. And then I walk away. I do that every single day, except for Mondays and except for Fridays. Okay, so Monday's the day I actually buy my positions. Okay, well, as you can see, all my money is invested at almost all the time. This week, I have Harley Davidson in the money, so that will be gone. I have Marathon in the money, that will be gone. And that's it. So I'm only losing 2 stocks this week, which means next week I'm only buying 2. That's it. Just 2. Okay? I don't see why people try to make it more complicated than it needs to be. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Find a good company. Buy it. Make sure you leverage it properly. Okay, so if the company consistently increases its dividends every single year, well, what are you getting? You're getting a higher and higher return on your money every single year. And do the stocks usually go up? Yeah, they usually go up. And they increase their dividends. So I'm getting a higher dividend every single year. And every week, I'm getting a 1% premium on the stocks I already own. Okay, now the stocks I like are the Dividend Kings. 50 years or more, that's 5 decades. 50 years or more of increased dividends. The Dividend Champions. 25 years of increased dividends. The Dividend Aristocrats. 25 years of increased dividends. The Dividend Contenders, 10 years to 24 years of increased dividends. And then just for the fun of it, I like to throw in Warren Buffett's list because I respect the man. I do. He put in his time. I respect him. Okay, so that being said, I jump in Monday. I spend about 30, 40 minutes Monday because that's where I do my buying decisions. Okay? Friday, another 15, 20 minutes because I want to check, make sure each one of my positions is in a profitable situation. So I'm consistently profitable and I prep myself for the following Monday. So today being Wednesday, at this moment in time, there's only 2 stocks that I have that are in the money that are most likely going to be sold this Friday. I'll take the rest of them into next week and do covered calls on all those next week. I don't mind. I never buy something unless I want to hold on to it. And then I sell a covered call every single week. That's where my income comes from. I have a little nest egg. Not huge. I've been working since 1973. It's time for me for some me time. Okay, great. Fine. I do what I feel like doing. I went and hung out with my son today, trying to work on his car. Okay, we need to put a new transmission in his car because there's a little bent thing in there. We went to, here's the funny thing. we went to get a part. Okay, we went to the junkyard to get a part off the car, for, to put on his. Okay, so, so the part that we got came to $560. I'm saying, that doesn't make any sense. I could get a transmission, a whole transmission for $400, but you want $560 just for the little part from the inside of the transmission. And the lady looked at me straight faced and said, yeah, well, what the hell with that? I'd rather just get the whole damn transmission. Anyway, besides the point. Let's keep on progressing. All right, so Andrea wants to take a look at Intel. INTC. Okay, here we are with Intel. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, what's the direction? Up, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways. 21.98 at this current moment in time. So 21.99 is what I can buy it for tomorrow. So I'm looking at the 22s. I mean, think about it. Really, if the stock is currently at 21.99, here's the strike prices right here. 19.50, 20. 20.50, 21. 21.50, 22. 22.50, 20. It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. 21.91, 21.99. The closest is going to be 22, and the 22 is going for 31 cents for 2 days. That's over 1%. But look at next week. The 22 next week is going for around 5%. Well, would you take the 1% for this week or the 5% for next week? It all averages out the same because it's time value in what you're buying, or in this case, what we're selling. All right, so that being said, a year ago, Intel's at 34.41. We topped off at 51.13, and that was the end of the year last year. Okay, so here's the bottom right here. That was on the 10th of September, 1850. Okay, she shoots up to the high on the 27th. Okay, and the high on the 27th is 24.66. Okay, down, up, down, up. Now we get 2 days to the downside. Okay, well, let's isolate the last 30 days. Okay, so here's the last 30 days. There's the high, here's the low. So today is the new 30-day bottom. What usually happens on a 30-day bottom? Usually people start buying it and saying, wait, that's awfully low. But it's Intel. Intel's been around for a while. I really don't think Intel's going to disappear anytime soon. Okay, so that being said, I wouldn't buy any. I already own some of it, but I wouldn't buy any more unless it turns around and goes back up again. Because this is where it is here now. This is the 30-day bottom today. So what's going to happen tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, it's either at the 30-day bottom today or tomorrow it's going to go lower. Okay, either today, Wednesday, is the 30-day bottom, or tomorrow is going to be the new 30-day bottom. And if it is, we'll look at Friday, and then we'll look at Monday. I'm waiting for the turn. See here? She went down, she turned, went back up again. Down, turn, went back up again. Down, I want to turn, go back up again. I like Intel. The numbers work out lovely. Look at the premiums. Oops, over this side. Let's go open this up a little bit more. Look at the premiums next week. Okay, at 22, it's going for 116. That's 5%. Okay, one strike out of the money, that's 4. That's 4%. 3 strikes out of the money, 3%. 4 strikes out of the money, well, that's 2.5%. 5 strikes out of the money, 2%. So on and so forth. Look, even six strikes out of the money, and you're still getting 1%. Shit, that's nice. What do you think about it? You're still getting 1% way out of the money. That's what I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Let's move on. So Intel, I'm going to write it down for next week. It's already written down for next week. Okay, so we like Intel. All right, so I missed a bunch of, holy shit, 99 questions. Now I try, I try not to miss out on any questions. It does take me a little while. Okay, Samson, Spirit Airlines has not been around long enough. They have not paid their dues. They do not have enough dividends to satisfy my personal desires. But if you like Spirit Airlines, more power to you. It's just going to be a waste of our time for me to take a look at it. So I'm not going to. Sorry about that. Bum, 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 bum. Holy bad guys, would you mind talking about how you would have managed your big target loss differently today? You mentioned it last night, knowing how to avoid it now. Well, it's really hard to figure out how to avoid a loss from the past. Now, when I said something about rolling forward, I didn't know anything about rolling forward at the beginning of the year. So basically, how you roll forward, you just pick a stock, okay, any stock, doesn't matter. And had it been that the target stock last year, and I saw that $16 jump, yeah, I would have went and I would have created a rolling order. Now, more than likely, I would have had to roll it forward for quite a while in order to avoid that loss. So you just create a rolling order. Basically, all a rolling order is doing is, if you look closely. Now, for those of you who don't know, for those of you that are new, this screen behind me here, this is broadcast. Just the screen is broadcast live on YouTube. That way you can actually see some of these small numbers. Okay, see these small numbers? You really can't see them on your phone or your iPad. You might be able to see them on a laptop or on your big screen TV. So if you got a big screen TV in the other room, sit there in your comfy chair, your comfy couch, whatever, grab some popcorn, beer, soda, whatever, sit back, relax, and be able to see the numbers that I'm pointing to. So as I'm pointing to here, how would I roll it forward? Well, I'm looking at this one right here, 25 October 24. Well, that one expires this Friday, okay? So that one is susceptible for me to be losing money in that situation. So I would be buying this one and I would be selling that one, okay, which is 7 days out. So I'm pushing the expiration date out a week. Now, the nice thing about pushing it out, I can push it out 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I want you to pay attention to this number here. Right now, it says 12-cent credit. Okay, that's like 0.3. That's not even 0.5%. So that's going to be a no. All right, so if I go click on this here, well, I can move it out to the 8th of November. Well, look, now it's a 30-cent credit. Still not quite enough to satisfy my desires. So I can click on it again, and I can go to the 15th of November. And then it jumps up yet again. Okay, so the more you play with these numbers, gives you more opportunities. Okay, Adam Devine. Hold on, what do you got there, Adam? Where are the circumstances when someone would need to use a rolling order? Okay, Adam, a rolling order comes in handy when you're getting closer to the date, expiration date. Now, October 25 is this Friday. Okay, how many options do I actually have coming due for expiration this Friday? Well, I look at them, and then I got to look at the numbers. This is one of those questions you cannot answer. Hey, Rich, how you doing over here, Rich? You can't answer that question on a Wednesday because we make all our purchases on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just kind of like a balancing act to see. We'll see, what is the stock doing. Okay, on Friday, from now on, it's going to be 2 o'clock on Friday, only because we're finding out that 3 o'clock on Friday doesn't give us enough time to take a look at everything for everyone. Because more and more people who join the live trading group, we need a little bit more time. So we're jumping in at 2 o'clock on Fridays from now on. We take a look at all our numbers. What did we buy at? What is it currently? What does next week look? Then we ask that question. Where is the best place to put my money now? Because I'm at that point in my life where I don't want to have any risk. Okay? but I do want consistent cash flow. All right, so everything is decided Friday afternoon after we see how has the stock performed all week. Well, great. What do we think it's going to do next week? Do we want to hold on to it? Do we want to let it expire? What are we going to do? That's one of those questions where we cannot answer today's question. Wait a minute. We cannot answer the questions of tomorrow with the information we possess today. Okay? So hopefully that answered that question. So rolling forward comes important when it's time for the option to expire. Okay, so we always want to take a look at it every single day. Now, most people spend more time planning out a family barbecue for the weekend than they do with their personal finances. How long does it really take you to take a look? Okay, you just monitor. Okay, Apple. Great. Where's my Apple at? Okay, well, here it is right here. Here's my Apple. Bum down. Okay, great. I understand that. Whoops. Next, Albemarle. Well, where's Albemarle? Okay, this is what I bought, this is what I sold, this is where they are right now. Okay, great, that works for me too. Ford, what did I look at Ford? Okay, well, Ford, I did the 11 put, blah, 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 it's currently here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it doesn't take long. Now, it's kind of like riding a bike, learning to drive, learning any new profession. There is going to be some new words, some new terms, some new understanding, some new thinking. Adam, with a rolling order, will I get another premium? Well, of course you will. That's the whole purpose of doing a rolling order. Okay? You're buying you're buying the one that's going to expire. This way you're not susceptible of being bought out or losing any money that way. And then you collect another premium for whatever week that you sell. Now, I'm not going to do this one because that one just doesn't make sense to me. Sweet, you like that one? I'm not going to do it because it doesn't make sense. All right, so that being said, let's keep on moving along. Okay, Oratai. Where? Oratus is NOI bullshit. N-O-I-N-I-O-N. Neo. Okay, so Neo, let's go back to here. All right. So Neo, I'm not 100% sure who the hell Neo is, 'cause I've never traded this company before. So when I get to a company I've never heard of, I always go to Yahoo Finance. Okay, Yahoo Finance, well, it has a lot of information. Now, it might be bright, you might not be able to see it, but if you are looking at your computer or your laptop, you'll be able to see the screen. You might not be able to see it on your phone or your, what do you call it? Okay, so apparently Neo doesn't have any, see right here, forward dividend in yield, EX dividend date, nothing. It doesn't have any dividends, so it's going to be a no. So I honestly couldn't tell you anything about Neo because it doesn't fit. So that means no. Spirit Airlines, $1 million in cash, buy. Okay, you actually got to tell me what the stock symbol is so I can take a look at it. And I know I don't buy Spirit Airlines because it's too new. Okay, there's 9,700. Oh, what was the number last night? Let's take a look at it again, because last night I forget what it was. Finviz. Now we looked last night to find out how many stocks are available in the stock market, and Finviz tells me there's 9,726. Okay, so 9,726 companies. In Spirit Airlines, I know doesn't have that much. Okay, so Sean Prince wants to co-host. Let's see what the hell he has to say. What's happening there, dude? What do you know about dividend stocks?
How are you?
I'm great. What do you know about dividend stocks?
Yeah, I slept too late.
What?
One better.
Alright. Alright, I'm kind of clueless what we're doing here, dude.
No match.
Yeah?
No better. One match, one.
Okay, I'm a little clueless here, dude.
Accepting.
Okay, so how do I get rid of you?
Not too hard of you, fella.
I don't know how to do this fucking thing. Decline. Okay, let's get out of there. And what are we doing here? Live stream, blah blah blah. Okay. Thank you. I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. People want to enjoy me on the live, fine, no problem. But it'd be nice if you actually knew what we were talking about. People want to jump into. Okay, anyway, let's go back to where we were. I missed a whole bunch of questions. All these Neo, yeah, no. Okay, now I understand you like Spirit Airlines. Fine. You got to give me a ticker symbol so I can tell you no. LUMN. LUMN. Lumen Technologies. Okay, how well are they paying dividends? I've never heard of them. LUMN. Okay, Yahoo Finance. No dividends. Wait a minute. EX dividend date the 29th of 22. So they've stopped paying dividends 2 years ago. So Lumen's going to be a no. Sorry. What the hell were you thinking? Yeah, I know. You could say that to me. All you can say it to me, James, what the hell were you thinking inviting that guy on? He had no clue what we're talking about. So what's the difference yellow boxes mean? The yellow boxes, these right here, those are just weekly options. That's just the weekly dates. Alright, I missed a lot of questions. Okay, questions. Let me keep going up. Spirit Airlines, no. Keep going, questions. Holy bad guys, would you mind talking about how, okay, we already talked about that one. Neo bullshit. Yep. Spirit Airlines. What's the difference? Yellow boxes. We did that. LUMN. That's going to be a no. Holy guys, British. They only look yellow here. They are actually red. You can see better on his YouTube. Oh, you mean these little boxes up here? Okay, those little boxes, they coordinate between the two. So if I change it to purple, okay, these will not collaborate together. That means I have to do it individually. Yeah, it ties them together so it makes it easier. So when I just put one stock symbol in, it gives me all the information here and this information. So if they're not the same, okay, then I have to do it individually, and that's just a pain in the butt. So I like to link them together. They're just interlinked from one screen to the other screen. That's all they're doing. Rich Bruner, how are you today? Okay, Badfish. Harley Davidson earnings tomorrow, so premiums is pumped up. Well, I really don't mind. Holy bad guys, my cat's 14th birthday. She watches me. Can we get a birthday shout out for Sierra? Oh, are you kidding me? You want me to talk to your cat? Sierra, happy birthday. Okay, Robert. Okay, Harley Davidson was founded in 03, incorporated in 07. Okay. Calvin Hills is in the house. All right. When picking calls, what EXP do you pick? All right, Matthew, what expiration date? More than likely, I go for the closest one. Now, you guys can do whatever you want. Now, this is just what I do. Okay, so you guys can copy if you like. More power to you. But you really got to check and see what works for you. Now, I look at the one closest to expiration because I'm looking for a weekly cash flow. Could I go out 2 weeks and get twice as much and only do half the amount of work? Yep, I could. But I'm not going to because I'm here to teach you guys every single day. If I do it every 2 weeks, that means I don't have to be here every day. And I wouldn't be seeing you guys every day. So I made the commitment to be here every day for a whole year. I've only missed 5 days. Okay, one day I was sick as a dog. Second day I had to take someone to the emergency room. And 3 days in a row was because of the freaking hurricane. Okay, no water, no electricity, no internet, no TV, no telephone. kept ourselves entertained. I come from the generation where we prefer to be left alone. Okay, you can drop me off in the woods and I'll be fine. All right, Hollywood's in the house. Woohoo! LA Soundwave, what's happening? All right, Haynes Walker, are you explaining options right now? Yes, I was. Right now, I'm just looking at questions. Howdy, folks. All right, have you noticed what Tesla did today? Okay, Sly Fox, I don't pay attention to Tesla. The reason why I don't pay attention to Tesla is they don't pay dividends. Okay, so the reason why I like dividends, let me just come up to a new screen so you can follow along. Okay. See, this is a calendar. It's a basically everyday calendar, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the 29th, the 30th, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Okay, it's October 2024. This is this month's calendar. Today is the 23rd right here. If you didn't know, Clorox and Lowe's had their EX dividend date today. So if you wanted to collect the dividend on Clorox or Lowe's, you had to have bought it yesterday or the day before or a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever. Now, the reason why I like dividend stocks, two reasons. Reason number one, the company shares the profits with me. I'm looking for cash flow. I'm not going to get that with a company who takes all the profits, reinvests it, and then the stock price escalates. Okay, I'm not going to get cash flow from that. Okay, yeah, my stock will increase in value, but that doesn't do me any good at all because I can't take that paper inflation. You know, I can't go to the grocery store, but look, my stock went up this week. I have money somewhere. It doesn't work that way. I want cash flow. So I only pick and I only invest in companies that have dividends and weekly options because I want a weekly cash flow. Okay, that's just me. There are hundreds upon hundreds of trading strategies out there. If you don't like mine, there's plenty of them out there. Mine is simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose if you do it right. It was created for a 9-year-old, so it's not that difficult. So the reason I like dividends is because if you take a look, dividend stocks have a tendency to increase in value or increase in price before the dividend date. Now we're going to take a look at both of these, Clorox and Lowe's. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so let's take a look at Clorox first. Clorox has a $1.22 dividend. Now, if I wanted to buy Clorox, I wouldn't buy it 22nd, 23rd, that. Nope. I would buy it 2 weeks on a Monday. So I would have bought it on the 7th of October because here's the 23rd, here's the dividend right here, the dividend date. I like to buy 2 weeks before the dividend date on a Monday. So let's take a look at Clorox on the 7th and see what happened. CLX. Okay, here is the, where the hell did the 7th go? October. Oh, okay, wrong month. October 7th, here it is. Okay, so I like buying at the opening price of the day, okay, at the market price. So I set my order up before the market opens. Well, the market opened up on the 7th at 161.49. Okay, and what was the dividend? Do you remember what the dividend was? The dividend for Clorox was $1.22. So, if we take the opening price, 161.49, where's my calculator? $161.49, $1.49. That's the opening price of the day. Now, do you remember what the dividend was? $1.22. So we add the dividend into it, $1.22. So that gives me an exit target of 162.71. Okay, so how many days did it take to hit 162.71? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 162, 7 days. Okay? No, 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 yes. Okay, so it went up. Okay, here's the dividend date right there. See it? 122. There's the dividend date there. 10 days, 2 weeks before, on a Monday, she went up. She came back down again. It went up higher than the dividend itself. So I would have jumped in, jumped out before the dividend even got there. So let's do the exact same for Lowe's. Now Lowe's dividend is 115. Whoops. The 7th is right here. Now, do we even really need to do any math here? Look, here's the 7th. Here's the dividend. Okay? 2 weeks before, on a Monday, look. It went up. It came back down again. Okay? That was the original strategy I had for my daughter. Buy it 2 weeks before the dividend date, capture the dividend, get out. And then we learned about weekly options. And then we learned about this. And then we learned about that. And then we learned about this. So as I'm progressing since 2000 and what the hell was it? 2008. We learned all these neat, nifty, cool tricks to increase our rate of return on a weekly basis. Okay, so holy bad guy, follow up with the target scenario and rolling it forward. Wouldn't the option holder have taken the stock from you before the spike and before you could roll? Not necessarily so. So when I say that, let's go back to monitor here. Let's go back to here. Now, let's take a look at Wynn. Okay, now Wynn gives you a perfect example. W-Y-N-N. Okay, so here's, I gotta verify that I'm human. There we go. Just gotta verify that I'm human. All right, so it's a good question, holy bad guys. Take a look. Now, here's Wynn Resorts. Now, I'm into Wynn Resorts in this particular account. I first jumped in at 98. I dollar cost average at 85. I dollar cost average then again at 81. And then I met my limit because I can't keep dollar cost averaging down. I have to stop at some point. Well, my stopping point was here. So my average price is 87.53. But take a look way over here on the low. The low back in August. Now, if you see it really closely, I first bought Wynn in the second week of May. Okay? The second week of May. So I've had Wynn, W-Y-N-N, since the second week of May. May, June, July, August, September. Now we're into October. That's 6 months. Okay, the longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. Well, this one's gone on 6 months now. But let's go through it. First bought in May. Okay, great. Back here in August, when the stock dropped all the way down to 71, I sold the 77s and got a premium on it. Well, great. A couple of weeks later, look where we are. 107. Now, what happened to that 77? Well, I rolled it forward, rolled it forward, rolled it forward. Take a very close look at the numbers. Remember, I try to tell you guys, it's a numbers game. You've got to understand numbers. So, my average price is 87.53. Okay? Now, the 77 I sold, I pushed it out into November 1st, which is next Friday. So it expires next Friday. Now, why doesn't someone buy it from me? Well, take a look at this number right here. Okay, that number is $31.10. So whoever bought this $77 option, okay, paid $31.10 per share. Okay, so whoever bought it, their cost basis is going to be the 77 plus the 31. So that's $108.10. Oh, where's the stock right now? Well, the stock's at 98. So why the hell would they pay 110? Because they've already paid the 31 bucks. They've already paid that. Now they have to dish out another $77. So you add the two together, it's $108.10. Well, the stock is right here at 97. 108 is way the hell up here. It's not even on this chart anymore. So whoever would buy that has got to be crazy. So when you're looking at the numbers, you got to take into consideration, what did I pay for it? $87.50. What strike price did I sell? Well, I sold the 77s. What premium did that person pay? That person paid $31.10. Well, you add the two together, that's 108 bucks. Not even worth it. Okay, so always keep a look at your numbers. Now, they bought it at $31.10. Right now, it's worth $20.80. And as the stock continues to come down, the value will get lower and lower and lower. And when it gets to a certain point, then I will buy back the 77. And then I will do the whole program all over again. But right now, at this moment in time, could I roll it forward again? Well, let's see. Okay, I could roll it forward again for another week. Okay, I can buy back the November 1s, okay, the 1st of November, which is next Friday, and I can sell the 8th of November, which is 2 Fridays away. Now, I'm not going to collect 1% by any way, shape, or form, but I will collect 12 cents a share. And what does 12 cents a share come to? Well, if I hit confirm and send, 12 cents a share comes to 150 bucks. So I have a choice. Do I buy back the options at $20 a share? Well, how many of them do I have? I have 1,400. So it's 1,400 multiplied by 20. That's a no. I ain't doing that shit. I don't like taking losses. I will take a smaller profit and push out another week to avoid taking a loss. Now, some might say, well, why don't you just take the loss and then use that money to invest to get to gain some more money? Well, how long is it going to take me to recoup that loss? No, thank you. I'd rather get a smaller amount and not take the loss. Rule number 1, never lose money. Sorry, Silver Wolf. Rule number 1 is never buy a stock you do not understand. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss. Okay? But I appreciate you got some of those answers. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. I think that's rule number 6. Okay, because you got 5 rules. Who do we have over here? Dennis Mancini, how are you today? All right, so hopefully I answered that question. All right, so let's keep on going. Dollar General is a good dividend play right now. Sly Fox, it probably is. Dennis, how you doing? Dollar General, let's take a quick gander at it. DG, Dollar General. Now, we always take a look at the exact same things. Always, always, always. The 2 screens. This is the first thing I always want to see. And it doesn't take that long to figure it out. There's 5 things I'm looking for. High, low, was, is, and direction. Up, down. Simple enough. Did you see that? Let's do it again. The high. The low. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what's the direction? Up, down. It doesn't take long. Take 3 seconds. High, low, was, is, direction. Simple. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. Adults have a way of doing that. My 9-year-old daughter, she takes one look. Oh, yep, okay. That's it. It's actually that easy. Second thing, what am I paying for it? 81.10. What's the closest strike price to 81.10? 81. Right there. What's it going for? 77 to 84. Okay, almost 1% here. But down here, the 81 is going for 172. That's 2%. Okay? So you'd think you could do this week, get this 77, great. Do next week, grab another one, great. Always, 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 do I like the company? Can I see myself owning this company? Okay? Is it something I want to buy and hold on to? That's always question number one. Do I like this company? Do I want to buy it? Do I want to own it? Buy it? Great. Put a for sale sign on it, and if you can get more than what you paid for it, why the hell not? It's a simple question. If I'm buying it for 81, why the hell wouldn't I sell it for more money than I paid for it? Isn't that the idea? Isn't that why we're here? To make money from our investments? Now, you got to, at some point, figure out where your money is going to come from when you retire. And don't think you're going to get out of it. Okay? Everybody gets older. Everybody's going to retire at some point. The money's got to come from somewhere. I like this strategy. It's simple and it works. Thanks. Silver Wolf, not a problem. That's why I'm here. You should think about joining me in my live trading group. Okay? We do some strategies there that I don't cover here. Here I want to make it simple and safe. Okay, once you learn this strategy, great, it's 50% per year. Well, what else do I get up my sleeve? That's a question you should be asking yourselves. Sorry, I'm just drinking some ginger tea with honey. Good for my throat. I'm not used to talking so much. Believe it or not, I used to be shy. Not anymore. All right, nobody here. What do I think about Tesla? I already said what I thought about Tesla. Okay, wait a minute. We're looking at Dollar General. Let's finish up with Dollar General. Okay. Dollar General, a year ago, we were at 115.97. We topped out at the middle of March at 168. From there, look at the drop. She drops from 125 and drops all the way down to the bottom of the year, 77. It goes from 125 to 77. So what is that, $58? That is almost 45% maybe. That's a big drop. From 125 to 77. That's a 45% drop. And then she just went sideways. Well, it's sitting at 81.04 at the moment. So the last 30 days looks kind of like this. Totally different picture. Okay? 30 days ago we're at 86. We topped out at 88. Then we dropped all the way down here. What is that, 79 something? Okay? We dropped out here on the 15th, and that was 79.55. Up, she came down. Now she's going up a little bit. So she's going to the upside. So basically she's down and she's turning around. I like it when she turns around off of a bottom, because you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high. So the questions on your mind, number one should be, does this make sense? Well, that's question number one. Question number two, do I like Dollar General? Well, Dollar General is in almost every major city in the United States. Why the hell wouldn't you do it? Okay, also, what's the direction? Well, she dropped down. Here's the bottom. What usually happens on a 30-day bottom? Well, stocks usually go up. Usually. It's not guaranteed. But you know what? Let's take a look at the seasonality chart. Now, a seasonality chart tells us how does a stock normally perform on a year-to-year basis. So this is 10 years worth of data. 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19, so on and so forth, all 10 years. So the red line represents 10 years of movement. The blue line, well, that's just this year. Well, up, down, big drop, sideways. Looks the exact same as the other chart. But the red line is 10 years of movement. What does Dollar General usually do? Well, they usually sell just products. So what does it normally do in the fourth quarter? Well, here's the fourth quarter right here. Okay, we're here at the moment So basically, from here to the end of the year, that is a very slight upward tilt. Very slight upward. So fine. I like Dollar General. But do I like Dollar General at this moment? That's an interesting question. Okay, so where is she doing now? Well, she's going down. Now she's coming back up again. So ask yourself the question, do I like Dollar General? Can I see myself holding on to it? Currently she's at $81.10. Well, the 81 is going for 172 for next week. That's over 2%. Okay, 2% for, what is it, a week? For 9 days? That's a week and 2 days. All right, let's go. What do we have next? Nobody. He doesn't do Tesla. Thank you. 86 is in the house. Think Tesla hold this good morning? Yeah, I don't do Tesla. If we did shots every time someone suggested James would be passed out by 10:30. Maybe. You never know. Okay, Briz, 9714, 9748, close. Okay. Zim, ooh, Zim. I don't do Zim. I don't think Zim has dividends. Okay. But I'm pretty sure Zim doesn't have dividends. That's why we don't do Zim. Oh, shit, they do have dividends. Okay, well, let's take a look at historical performance. Because I've never traded Zim. Okay? So let's take a look at the dividends and see why oh, that's why. Okay, Zim has only been around since 2021. Look at the dividends. $2, $2.50, 17, 285, 475, 295, 640, 23, 93. How the hell can you pay your bills with the jumping up around like that? No. I'm retired. My income needs to be consistent. Hollywood, hold it back, guys. The other TikToker on screen wants to battle you. Yeah, probably. I'm not going to bother with that. What the hell were you thinking? Yes, I know. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Because I get requests every night, and I think, yeah, what the hell, let's try it. The guy had nothing to say. And if he did, I couldn't understand him. So why did he want to come on? I have no idea. What the hell do you think? Thanks, 86. I feel better about myself now. He wants to do a TikTok battle. I have no idea what a TikTok battle is. Seriously, I don't. Bring the guest back. Okay, yeah, no. What the hell were you thinking? Thank you. Why is everyone going to give me a hard time about that one? Oh, my goodness, Scotty. You know what, Scotty? I haven't picked on anybody in a couple of days. I like Tesla. Meanwhile, what about Dell? Ooh, let's take a look at Dell first before I pick on Scotty. Because Scotty wants to take a look at QYLD. Some of you know what's coming. Okay, those of you who've been here for a while. Okay, so Dell. I like Dell. DELL. Okay, first thing I want to see. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up. Okay, cool. Simple. Okay, what's the price? $119.99. Oh, come on. Really? $119.99? What's the closest strike price? I don't even have to look. $119.99? Come on. It's $120. So the 120 is here. So this week it's going for 130. So I could actually get 1% this week. And there's only 2 days left, Thursday and Friday. Why the hell not? But next week, the 120 is going for $3. Well, that's more than 2%. That might be a better trade. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, we were at 64.95, and that was actually the bottom. Look at the top. The top is at 180. Okay, that's over a 200% increase in less than a year. Okay, so she goes up 200%, drops 50%, and back up again. Yeah, interesting. So the top's 179. Here's a new bottom right there. on the 7th of August, 87.64. So it goes from 87.64 up to 130, back down to 119. Now, Dell is not a good pick for this week because here's your high here. She got 4 days to the downside. But look, here's the 30-day bottom here. This thing's going to come down a little bit further before she turns around. They always turn around. They do. Look, up, down, turned around, up, down, turned around, up, down, turn around, up, down. She's going to turn around again. Okay? I like it when she turns around. So, sorry about that, Dennis. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at QYLD. And we're going to pick on Scotty for suggesting it. Now, Scotty, are you ready? Scotty, I do not like monthly optionable stocks because the numbers never work in my favor. So if they don't work in my favor, why would I do them? But let's take a look. Okay, it's at 1802, the 18s. Okay, so what is the 18 going for? The $18 strike price is going for 20 cents. Okay, well 20 cents is just barely over 1%. But wait, it gets worse. So, barely over 1%, I got to hold it for 23 days. 23 days is 4 weeks. Not really 4 weeks, but the November 15th is 4 Fridays away. 4. So I can take that 1% that I am getting and divide it by 4. So with this, I'm getting 1% a month, and that's 12% a year. Now, I know I didn't go to college. I admit that freely. I took the path less traveled. I joined the service out of high school. After the service, I started my own business. Okay? I didn't go to college. But I do know that 52 is better than 12. Especially if you're getting 1% each time you do an option trade. Well, an option trade on a monthly, you can only do it 12 times. That's only 12% for the year. But a weekly option trade, 1%, is 52% per year. I don't know, Scotty, but I think 52 is better than 12. But wait, it gets worse. Really, seriously, just sit tight. It does get worse, really. So we're going to go to historical performance, and we're going to put in QYLD, and let's see how consistently this company increases its dividends. Wait a second. Oh, what the? 2021? This thing only has 3 years of dividends? Why the hell would I be interested in a 3-year-old company? Think about it. Most companies don't make it past 5 years. This one is only 3 years old. What the hell are you thinking? But wait, it gets worse. It does. Okay, so 2021, it was 23 cents a share. That's the first dividend. The second dividend is lower than the first. How can you possibly tell me that you're going to give me less money the second month? That doesn't sound right. Okay, so it was 23, 22, 23, 22, 19, backwards again. 22, 19, backwards again. 19, 20, 23, 50. Now I like that. It doubled. Okay? So from the 50, where's the 50 right here? In December 21, 50 cents a share. Well, great. The very next one is 20. That is 60% decrease. What the fuck? 20, 21, 21, 18, backwards, 17, backwards, 18, 18, 17, 16. How can you possibly tell me this is a good deal? You're not going to believe this, but wait. It gets worse. Seriously, it does. You may not think. So far, I've given you four reasons why it's a no. But wait, it does get worse. Let's go to the summary. The summary on QYLD. Okay. QYLD, the yield. So you're pumping all your money into this company, and this company is giving you what at the end of the year? It's giving you 11.4%. Now, 11.4% may not be that bad, but how does it compare to 50 to 55 or 52%? If I'm getting 1% a week, well, that comes to 52%. You're dumping your money into QYLD and you're getting 11.4. Well, even if you do the 11.4 and you do the covered calls, which is an additional 12, say 12 and 11 is only 23. I'm still walking away with 52 and you're walking away, yeah. How about, what the hell are you thinking, Scotty? Did you even read or do any research on where you're putting your money? Think about it. It's your money, you work for it. Don't you think you owe it to yourself to actually do research on where you're putting your money? QYLD is paying 11%. You may think that's a great thing. Well, wonderful. Look at the dividends. It's only 3 years. Okay, no consistency whatsoever. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. So if you are retired, can you really live off of that kind of income? Because you don't know what you're getting month after month after month. Okay, I'm retired. I know for a fact that my electric bill is not going to go, well, yeah, my electric bill does fluctuate. But I know my phone bill doesn't fluctuate. I know the mortgage doesn't fluctuate. The insurance doesn't fluctuate. And the taxes sure as shit doesn't fluctuate. Okay, I can turn off some of the lights and decrease my electric bill. I can take shorter showers and save on water. I could take a bar of soap and shampoo and go outside while it's raining and save a little bit. But no, most of the time electric, cable, internet, phone, all that crap goes up. And if QYLD is not consistent, they're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. One time they went from from 50 cents a share to 20 cents a share. That's like a 60% drop. Well, I'm getting $1,000 one month. The next month I'm getting 400. How the hell am I going to pay my bills that way? No, I like consistency, predictability, and safety. I like that 1% every single week. Now, most of the time I make more than 1%, but I'm shooting for the 1%. Okay, so I think I picked on Scotty enough. Scotty, no personal, nothing personally against you. It's just your choices. That one particular one. What do I think about AT&T? Well, AT&T's been around for over 100 years. But look where it is. It's at the high of the year. So right off the bat, it's going to be a no. Not that I don't like it. I just don't buy at the high of the year. Okay, so where am I going to make money on that one? Just the dividends? No. I like to buy. Look, she went up, she came down. That's where I want to buy. She went up, it came down. That's where I want to buy. She went up, it came down. That's where I want to buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Okay, I don't like buying at the high. You make your money buying low, selling high. Holy bad guy. Regarding the yellow box question, actually red, she was asking what the candles were. Oh, those boxes. I thought you were talking about this box here. That's red. That one's red. That one's red. Because they're all tied together. Okay? Now, if she's talking about these, well, these are candles. Okay, this is how we tell the movement for the days. Okay, oops. Okay, if you take a look at the candles are, at first they're confusing, but once you understand them, they're actually pretty simple. There's 4 things to look at. Well, 5 things to look at when you're looking at a candle. I like 5. It's always 5. The top of the wick is the high of the day. This is the green one. The bottom of the wick is the low of the day. Now, the bottom horizontal line, or the bottom of the candle, is the opening price of the day. The top of the candle is the closing price of it. So that's 4. I said there was 5, right? The size, okay, from here to here, that is called the range. Do the R, range. That's how much. So if you take your cursor and you put it on there, this had a range of 24 cents for that day. This day here had a range of 50 cents. So there's 5 numbers to look at. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where's the opening? Where's the close? So that's the red. The red is a down day. The green is an up day. Okay? So, on a red day, the top of the candle wick is the high. The bottom of the candle wick is the low. Okay? On a red day, the top horizontal line is the opening, and the bottom horizontal line is the close. So there's five numbers. Okay? High of the day, low of the day, opening of the day, close of the day, and the range of the day. 5 numbers. I like 5s. A whole bunch of them. All right. Call Stu. NTR. What the heck is NTR? NTR. Nutrien. Yeah. Didn't we take a look at Nutrien once? Why do you guys keep pulling up stuff I have to go to YouTube for? NTR. Historical data. Dividends only. I want to see all the dividends. Here we go. Really? 2018? Come on, dude. That's only 6 years. When I say 20 years, why are you giving me something that only has 6 years? Gold Analyse. Yeah, no. Sorry. I only do dividend stocks that have consistently increased their dividends for 2 decades. 20 years. CNS Farmer. That's going to be a no. CNS. It's a monthly. It's a no. Regarding the yellow boxes, okay, we asked that. I missed some more questions. Wow, look at all these questions I missed out on. Okay, Scotty QILD, already did that one. SNDL. Sean, really? SNDL. Okay, $2.15. I find it highly unlikely that this company has SNDL, 20 years of increased dividends, or any dividends at all. Come on, dude, seriously, there are no dividends? When I ask, why would you come to a dividend investing a website or show or live event when it says dividend investing for cash flow and then give me a stock that has no dividends? Why would you do that? Yankees or Dodgers? Uh-oh. I like the Mets. Mess with both of you. Okay. It's my parakeet's birthday. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna say happy birthday to anyone ever again. How about... Okay, Reggie Bo Jackson. Okay, Reg, you've been here. Dude, you've been here for months. You're even part of the morning trading group. You know I don't do Tesla. I don't. TSLA. Okay, well, here's Tesla. Okay, here's the high, here's the low. Look, down, up, down, up, down. What the hell do you want me to say about it? There's no way of predicting where Tesla's going to be. The reason why I like dividend stocks is dividend stocks usually go up in value before the dividend. How the hell can I tell when Tesla's going to move? If you take a look at the seasonality on Tesla, it doesn't give me any indications whatsoever. Okay? Just going to the upside. Okay? Basically, that's it. Okay, I don't do Tesla. Which coins to invest? All right, I don't do coins, dude. Sorry. Okay, I don't do cryptocurrency. Please don't ask. If your covered call expires, Tesla only moves on earnings day like today. Okay, you got it. Okay, let's go. How do I get rid of this dude? Remove. There you go. Alright, so Gen Xer 99. Alright. Pensargas. Palantir. Okay, what do I think about General Motors? GM. I actually have some General Motors. Isn't that weird? Whoops. So let's go here. There we go. Move this over here. GM. Okay, GM is going to be a no this week. Look at the movement. I want to show you guys this. This looks freaking awesome. Let's go back a little bit. Look at that. General Motors. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, you know what's coming next. Okay, if it looks that simple, that easy, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, well, right now she's at the high. Well, where do you think it's going next? I mean, come on. Henry the Trades. Henry H. Trades. How you doing, Henry? So think about it. Look at the predictability. It's right there in front of your face. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, it's coming down next. That's basically the way it's going to go. Okay, Palantir, no. If your covered call expires worthless and your stock price drops, do you hold and sell a new option? Gen Xer 99, Gen Xer 64, yeah, buddy, yeah. Okay, as the stock drops, I lower my strike prices, but I always keep the strike prices far enough away from the action to lower the possibility of it being called out. But then again, I look at it twice a day, every single day. Once in the morning with the morning trading group, and then once at night with you guys. Okay, it doesn't have weekly options that won't fit the strategy. Thanks, 86. 75 strike to 257 November 1st from Tesla. Okay, still, I don't do Tesla, so I don't know why you're telling me that. What if you put $2,000 a month in dividend stocks only? What would you do? You definitely have to come up with more information than just that information, because there's a lot more variables that you're not talking about. Okay, let's go. More questions. 75 strike, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 75 call to strike 257 November 1 from Tesla. Should I take a profit? Okay, here's an interesting question for you. Well, it's not really a question. It's kind of like a statement. Two of them, or two parts. Number one, it ain't a profit until you take it. That's number one. And number two, nobody ever went broke taking profits. Oh, that was a good one. They hit the wrong button. Yep, a lot of people hit the wrong button. What is your opinion on agricultural companies such as NTR? If NTR doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends and consistently profitable and weekly options, why would I look at it? Yeah, that's a fair question, don't you think? We looked like not even 20 minutes ago. There's 9,742 different companies to choose from. Okay, 9,740. That's a lot of companies to choose from. So, NTR, why do you like NTR so much? You keep asking questions about it. That's a fair, valid question I'm having for you. Okay, if the company's not consistently profitable, why would I want to take a look at it? When I mean consistently profitable, I mean consistently profitable. What about Kimberly-Clark? Ooh, I like Kimberly-Clark. So when I say consistently profitable, I mean 2 decades of increased profits. We got 9,742 different companies to choose from. Okay, believe it or not, over 300 companies have consistently been profitable for more than 2 decades. 300. NTR is not one of them. So why would I want to look at it? I mean, it's a valid question. If you like it, great. More power to you. I mean, seriously, if you like the company, I don't ever tell people not to buy something. I'll ask you something like, what the hell are you thinking? Well, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay, if it makes sense to you and you like it, fine. I use pocket option. Bill, I have no idea what that is. How do you know it will sell? How will I know what will sell? If you're talking about the option, okay, see, one thing you got to understand how the game is played. All right? The way the game is played is if there is a bid and an ask. Okay, that is the market price. Okay, if the market maker, now you may think it's wonderful to be a market maker, because if you really knew what it was to be a market maker, they make a shit ton of money. Here, look at it this way. The bid, 53.01. The ask, 53.30. Now, during market hours, it's not a 29-cent spread between the two. It's usually a 1 or 2 cents. Now, I know that's not a lot, but the difference between the bid and the ask is called the spread. Who gets that? The market maker. You may think that's not a lot of money, but look, 16,100,000 shares traded today. So if we take a calculator and you take 2 cents, the spread between the bid and the ask, and you multiply it by, what was it again? 16,109,792. Okay, so that's how many shares traded today. The difference between the bid and the ask is called the spread. That goes to the market maker. So what did he make today? Well, today the market maker made $322,000 just today on this one stock. Okay, why am I bringing this up? So you ask me, what if nobody buys? Well, or what if it won't sell? Here's the thing. If it is listed for sale, the market maker is required by law to sell it or to buy it. And you can only buy and sell to one person and one person only. I cannot sell you a stock unless, of course, I actually have the physical stock in my hands. Okay? I cannot sell you an option. Okay? I have to sell it to the market maker. You have to buy it from the market maker. Okay? If it is listed, and this is the price, he is required by law to fill it. Now, if you do a limit order, well, he can decide to do it or not. Market order, he is required by law to fill at the market instantaneously. Okay? So, if I wanted to buy it at the market right now, he would fill it at the market right now. Now, if I wanted to buy it at $50, well, the current price is $53. He won't sell it to me. Gray matter. What's happening there, Mr. Gray Matter? Glad you could join us. So, if you're worried about if it will sell at the market price. He's required by law to fill it. Hope that answered that question. I do get that question once in a while. Levi. Stacy wants to take a look at Levi's. Now, Levi's, I believe, is a monthly. And that is a no. I don't like, no, I like Levi's. I actually have some Levi's. I'm actually wearing some Levi's at this moment in time. Okay, see? I'm actually wearing some Levi's blue jeans. But it is a monthly optional stock. I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Okay, I like weeklies because I can get paid every week. Monthlies, I get paid once a month. That doesn't work for me. Neil, if you roll it for 4 weeks, do you have to roll it each week until it sells or run out of time? So Neil, whenever you roll it, see what you missed, what I just said. Okay, if I click here and I click roll position, okay, if this is listed right here, here's the list, okay, this is what it's going for. That is the current market price. If I'm okay with the current market price, I will sell it at the market. And the market maker is required to fill it at the market. Okay? Now, if I do a limit order, well, then he can decide whether or not he wants to fill it. All right, Mars, you should do a video on how to file a tax form for stocks. Oh boy, no. I don't get involved in taxes whatsoever. Okay, I tell people, you want to avoid paying taxes, you need to talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. It is your right, your responsibility to pay the least amount of income taxes as legally possible. Okay, or you can do what I did. You can opt out. Line 7A on your W-2. Okay, remember you fill out your W-2s at the beginning of the year? Yeah, line 7A. Do you wish to be exempt? Lane's Lane Shoemaker. Recap the strategy, please. Okay, you ready? I'm going to take a deep breath for this one. All right, here we go. All right. The strategy, quickly. I buy pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. Then, at the money, I buy them at the market, at the money. I sell a covered call, which is one of the safest trading strategies there is, against the position I just paid for it. So if I buy it for 100, I'm going to sell it for 100. I'm going to collect a premium. The premium is usually more than 1% per week. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week is what my goal is, using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. And those are companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. Okay, there you go. How do you join? Briz, up in the top left corner where it says dividend. Hold on a second. Today I blowed up my account again. Cloudman, I have no idea what that means. Okay, now I'm old school. When we talk about blowing up stuff, we usually take M80s. I'm not sure what they mean. It's like an eighth of a stick of dynamite. You used to be able to buy them at the fireworks store, and we used to blow shit up. Seriously, just blow them up. You know, dump some gasoline on, throw a match, boom, blow it up. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but anyway. Repeat the 5. Eric, I have no idea which 5 you're talking about because there's a lot of 5s. There's 5 rules, 5 criteria, 5 things I want to look at the stock, 5 charts, blah, 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 all that stuff. Chill. I have no idea what that means, Bill. Chill. How do we join? Okay, so Briz, how do you join? Top left-hand corner where it says Dividend Stock Talk. You click on my bio. The information in my bio will take you to the10minutetrader.com. Now, do some research on 10minutetrader.com. You'll see that it's been in business for over 20 consecutive years. I have been, well, actually, the original 10-minute trader is my daughter. She was 9 years old at the time. What's the minimum amount of money needed to make a living off of the system you have? Well, that's interesting. What option is this? I have no idea what that means, Bill. Okay, IHEALTHY 1. Okay, the minimum amount needed to make a living. You got to decide how much you need in order to survive on a monthly basis. So, let's say hypothetically speaking, 5 dividend groups including Buffett's. Oh, Dennis, that's what you need. Okay. The 5 dividend groups: Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and then Warren Buffett's list. That's the 5. If you find that list, those 5 lists will give you over 300 different companies to look at. Alrighty. What software is that? TradeView? No. This is Think or Swim. It is available online. Download it for free onto your laptop or your computer. It does belong to Charles Schwab. They will let you use it for about a month for free. Then they would really like you to move your trading over to them. Okay, so back to IHEALTHY 1. Whatever. What minimum amount of money needed to make a living off of your system you have? Okay, you really got to ask yourself a question. Now, we're all adults here. We all know, or we should all know, what's my mortgage or my rent? What's my insurance? What kind of gas do I spend on a monthly basis? How much do I pay in food on a monthly basis? What is my entertainment on a monthly basis? Figure out what your monthly basis costs are. There's a huge difference between wants and needs. Okay? There's only 3 basic necessities in life: food, shelter, clothing. Everything else is a luxury. Figure out what you need to live comfortably and then work the equation backwards. If you need $10,000 a month, well, you're going to need $250,000 to get you $10,000 a month. Okay? If you need $20,000 a month, well, you're going to need $500,000. Okay? And if you're spending $10,000 a month to live comfortably, you've got some issues. Okay? I make plenty to satisfy my monthly obligations. If I want to buy a new car, well, I'm going to have to go out and make some more money. What software is that? Will you lose your subscription? Okay, whatever. Andrea, Zoom has dividends, just not weekly. But believe it or not, I make money off that stock my uncle used. Andrea, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I never say it's a bad choice. I just say it's not right for me. Okay, if you do something, great, wonderful. Stacy, we already looked at Intel today. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Bill. Lane's Shoemaker. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm kind of curious. Okay, Stacy, we already did Intel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I just missed all those questions. Uh-oh, Mike T. Justice. Mikey T, I have 5,000 cash. I have 5,000 cash. Can I start dividend capture? Yes, you can. Uh-oh, I don't need to see me that much, that close. Mikey wants to take a look at Kimberly Clark. Well, let's take a look at Kimberly Clark. KMB. Oh, it's going to be a no, but we'll take a look. 139.98. The 140s are going for 50 cents. What are you shitting me? Oh, look at it. It's way off skew. We should be looking at the 137s. So the 137.75 not this week. 137 next week. Okay, next week. But look at the numbers. Look at the chart. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, it goes up, pulls back. Look at the big gap down. Now, Kimberly Clark, if you like it, keep an eye on it. Look at that big gap down. There's got to be a reason for that. A big gap down with no huge amount of volume. So it's probably an earnings play. They probably missed their target. With a gap down this size here, today is lower than yesterday, but what's tomorrow going to look like? What's Friday going to look like? It's going to turn around eventually. And then, don't even do politics with me. Seriously. Okay? You're not going to like what I have to say. Nobody ever likes what I have to say. Well, a few people. A few people that are my age and come from my background, they'll say, yep, that sounds about right. But most people don't like it. All right, so here's the bottom today. So usually, if you like Kimberly Clark, I'm going to write this down for next week because that is going to find a bottom and it will turn around. KMB. All right, so Kimberly Clark's written down. All right, so let's keep on going. Ooh, I'm new school. Sorry, Bill, I'm old school. Okay? I come from a time where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't mess with shit that works perfectly fine. Okay, I get so aggravated and so pissed off when they update my browser every couple of months. Leave my freaking computer alone. It worked fine until you mess with it. That's one philosophy. Okay? I write stuff down because I don't trust computers. Many a times over my years, if I pressed a button and everything disappeared. Yep, no thank you. I write shit down. Okay, what branch of the service were you in? I was in the Army. I was a crew chief. You know that idiot that sits or stands in the doorway? Stands in the doorway of a helicopter that's flying. Yep, that was me. Crew chief. Anyway, besides the point. Okay, let's take a look at Riot, because Facile, I don't know how you pronounce that one. Riot. R-I-O-T. Okay, so Riot, just to let you know, I do have some Riot. Ouch! That was my foot. The chart, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, back up again. We're at 979. Okay, so that would be the 950s or the 10s. Well, both of them are looking pretty good. Okay, the 10s are giving me over 1.5. That's for this week. What does next week look like? Well, that's almost 5% for next week. 5% for next week? Hell yeah. Now, Riot does not fit into my plans. However, it was suggested by one of my investors, and they said, well, I would like to buy it. I said, well, it doesn't fit, but okay. You know that rule, man with all the gold gets to make all the rules? It's true everywhere. Okay, so I do like Riot, so take a look. A year ago, we're at 930. Isn't that weird? Take a look. A year ago, we're at 939. A year ago. Where are we now? 977. So what the hell is this crap? She goes up, she comes down, but we're still at the same place. We started out a year ago. All right, that being said, look at the last 30 days. Not quite what I want to jump into. Okay, because usually, look, up, down, she should be coming down. Okay, fine. I have no problem watching it come down. So let's keep progressing. Alright. Alright, we did the branch of the service, we did that question. Which site you check dividends on? Okay, BRAR. B-R-A-R, BRAR. Okay, I look at Yahoo Finance. Now, you could look at Google Finance. You could look at dividend.com. There's a lot of places you can check the status of a dividend on a stock. I like Yahoo Finance because I know where everything is. Thank you, Stacy. Yahoo is good. If he says, but wait, it gets worse, you're cooked. But think about it. Seriously, Brish, think about it. This is your money we're talking about. Okay? I don't know about you guys. Seriously, I don't. I don't know anything about all of you guys. I don't. I've been working since 1973. Some of you weren't even born then. I've been working since 1973. My first job was on a farm with Old Man Simmons. Okay? After school, he'd pick us up right from the bus stop, and we get into the back of the truck. We drive into the woods, and we cut down trees, and we chop them up, and we throw them into the back of the truck. I was like 10 years old at the time. That was my first job, loading firewood into the back of a truck. And I got $5 a day. That was it. Okay? Anyway, let's keep on going. So as I was saying, what I was saying about that, this is your money. You go to work, you make money, you got to figure out where you want to put it. Okay? You don't have to do this yourself. You can give it to a money manager and let them give you what they think you deserve. Because it ain't as good as you'd like it to be. Right? Take responsibility for your own money. Take responsibility for your own life. Say, you know what? I can do this. This was created for a 9-year-old. If you can't figure it out, I don't know what to tell you. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, and if you do it right, there's no way to lose. Well, the only way to lose is if, the earth opens up and swallows whatever company you're looking at. Okay? See, now, the government tells us, well, we have to tell you that there are risks involved. Well, of course there are risks involved. There's risks involved of doing nothing. You can lay in bed. You still have a risk of something happening. But I don't look at it that way. They've been making Coca-Cola for 140 some odd years. Can Coca-Cola be swallowed up by the earth overnight? Yep. The earth could open up and swallow every single manufacturing plant that Coca-Cola has. If you believe the bullshit about the magic bullet that can stop in midair, turn, continue, stop again, turn again before going forward, pause for a couple of seconds. If you believe that bullshit, then yeah, Coca-Cola could disappear overnight. I don't see it happening. The same thing with Ford. It's been in business for over 120 some odd years. Could it go bankrupt? Yes, it could. Could it get swallowed up by the earth? Yes, it could. I don't see it happening, but it could. So yeah, there's always a risk. There's a risk of doing something. There's a risk of doing nothing. Okay, Nasir, hello to you too. Survive nuke with a fridge. Okay, survived a nuke with a fridge. Cool. Can you go over weeklies versus monthly options again? Are you talking about weekly covered calls? Yes, I am. Okay, so think of it this way. Let's take a look at Riot. Okay, so if I do Riot, I'll give you a quick little example. Okay, this is a weekly option with Riot. It's currently at $9.79. The 10's going for 16 cents a share. So let's do one. Let's get out of here. Let's go over here. Let's go down to here. Let's actually buy one of those. And we'll just buy 100 shares so don't freak people out. Okay, so here's my maximum profit. $40 off of one contract. One contract is $960. Let's take our calculator, clear, $40 divided by, what did I say that was? 960. 960. That comes to a grand total of 4%. Holy shit. Well, that's nice. It is. And that's a week. That's for 1 week. Okay, so let's go to someone's favorite piece of crap, O, which I can't stand. O Realty. They have monthly. So let's take a look at O Realty. The 64. So we're going to take a look at the 65. Okay, so the 65 is the closest one. Here we go. The market order. Let's do just 100. One contract. Here we go. And there's my profit, 161. Clear. 161 is the maximum profit. See it right there. Maximum profit, 161. What's the trade cost to me? 6,339. Divided by 6,339. That gives me a grand total of 2.5. But 2.5 for the month. That's it. 2.5 for the month. So you got to take that divided by 4. So now you're getting 0.6, a little over 0.5% per week. So you tell me, 0.6, 0.5% per week, or 1 or 2% weekly. It's really a no-brainer. I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Okay? And what makes it worse, okay? Here's where it is right now. Okay? If I did this, I have to look at where is it going to be in 30 days. Well, here's the past 30 days. Are you ready? Look, 30 days ago, we're at 60. She jumps up to 63, drops down to 61, shoots up to 65, pulls back to 63. That's 30 days. Great. Now, by doing a monthly option, where the hell is it going to be in 30 days? That's 4 weeks. See, here's 4 weeks right here. Up, down, great. Tell me where this is going to be in 4 weeks. I don't like monthlies. They're hard to judge where they're going to be in 4 weeks. Okay, and the rate of return is absolutely horrible, in my humble opinion. So, survived a nuke with a fridge. Hope that works out for you. Okay, Mickey, we already did KMB. I'd keep following you, but I see you support Trump. Goodbye. Glad you're gone, dude. I have a very difficult time talking with people who don't understand common sense. So, see you later. Bill, buy low, sell high. Yep, you got it. Briz, yes, those are what I was asking earlier. Candles, okay, that works. What are dividends? Ooh, Bill, a dividend. Okay. A dividend is a portion of the profits that the company makes that they pass along to the investors. Now, a company will take their profits. You have two different companies, okay? Remember we talked about 9,742? Yeah. Half of those will take all the profits and put it back into the company for capital growth. So the stock value increases. Okay, the other half will take all those profits and give them back to the investors to keep the investors happy. So you either get a dividend, or you get profits, or you get capital appreciation. One or the other. Now there are some that have a little bit of both, but you have to decide what is your main focus. If you're looking for capital appreciation, you want the stock to go up really fast, yeah, capital appreciation. You're in the wrong place. Here I teach cash flow because I'm retired and that's what I want to do. So I understand I have a very small niche, whatever you want to call that damn thing. But there are people that are going to retire at some point in time. Dennis, Meta headquarters is pretty much right on top of San Andreas Fault. Definitely could get swallowed up. Well, think about it. Would it really be that bad of a thing if Facebook and Meta got swallowed up? I don't think so. If it got swallowed up, there'll be something else that pops up after that. All right, Tesla, not right now. Okay, NTR used to be Potash. They have been paying dividends for over 20 consecutive years. Really? NTR. Nutrien. It only goes back, okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do this again. All dividends. All dividends only goes back to 2018, dude. Okay? But they go up. Look, 40, 43, 45, 46, 48, 53, 54. Okay, great. It's only been around for 6 or 7 years. Okay. Next Tesla now. Thoughts on Apple? Ooh, I actually have some Apple. Now, Apple. AAPL. Okay, look where Apple is. Okay? The high of the year is already pulling back. So, I don't like Apple for this strategy at this moment in time. I would like it for it to drop. See, look here. Up, down, that's where you want to buy. Up, down, that's where you want to buy. Up, down, that's where you want to buy. Up, when she comes down, before she turns around, that's where I want to jump in. It's a no for this week. Okay, bro, 1% a week. Got that. Flash frozen, cool beans. Sand. Good, okay. Do you trade on Bipit? Never heard of it, so I'm going to assume that's a no. Okay, Sand. General Motors, we already looked at that one. Flash frozen. Ford. Well, let's take a look at Ford. I do have some Ford. I like Ford. It's one of the few companies that I will consistently buy because the book value, that means the actual company's value, is higher than the current stock price. I can't even read that name, dude. But Eufomoski Richies. Okay, I can't pronounce that. But welcome to the show. Ask questions if you like. Alright, so what are we looking at next? Oh, we're looking at Ford. Simple. High, low, was, is. What's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up. We're currently at $11.06. The 11.16, well, the 11's, oops, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Okay. 11.16, so the 11.50 is going for 1. That's a no this week. But next week, look at the numbers. That's a 2% for next week. That's a yes. Why not? I like Ford. Okay, so a year ago, Ford was at 11.60. The high of the year, 14.83. And then she drops like a rock to the 9.45. But from the bottom right there, take a look at the movement from the bottom. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up. Now she should be coming down. Okay, it is that predictable. They always do the same things over and over and over again. A stock will go up, a stock will come down. Stock will go up, stock will come down. I love that. I like that too. What time period are your charts that you are looking at up and down? Good question. I always start out at the 1 year chart. Okay, this is the 1 year chart. High, low, where was it? Where is it? And what's the direction? Down, up, down, up. Okay, simple. And then from there, I like to go to the 90-day chart, which is right there. Okay, high, low, was, is. Okay, basically sideways. Okay, look, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then I jump into the 30-day chart because I want a good idea of where the stock is going to be moving. Okay, there you go. 30 days ago, down, up, should be coming down now. And then I jump into the seasonality chart. Now the seasonality chart looks at the whole year at one time. But I'm looking at something totally different. The blue line, see, all the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. It is the whole year. And it gives us an idea how does a stock move predictably year after year after year. So this is 10 years worth of data. The blue line is this year. The blue dot right there, well, that's today. The red line is the average movement over the last 10 years. Take a look at where we are today, right here, the blue dot. Click left, drag right. We get, what, another couple of days of going down, and then look at the movement for the rest of the year for Ford. That is 10 years of average movement. So the average movement for Ford in the fourth quarter, well, it's going to the upside. 10 years in a row. That's a 10-year average. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Hopefully I answered that question. Questions. La 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 la. Still high low. Yep, I got it. Oh, and on GM, would you sell another call since deep in the money and move on? Okay, I actually have GM, but I don't think I have it in these 3 accounts that I share with you guys. No, I don't have it in these 3 accounts, but I do have it in one account. That much I do know. I don't trade on BuyPit, never even heard of it. Needs to know the system. Okay, thank you, you're welcome. Skol, really? You want me to take a look at Skol? S-K-O-L. Whoops, let's try it again. S-K-O-L. It has no options. That is going to be a no. Sorry, dude. NTR. We already looked at NTR. NTR is a no. Simple. Y'all like it? Hiya. Hey, Inspire Me More. How are you doing? My portfolio shit itself the last few days, down 5%. Dude, you're on the morning trading group, sir. You know, you really got to need to speak up. I ask every morning, anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Okay, if you don't ask me questions, I cannot take a look at your situation, and I can't give you my opinion. Okay? Flash Frozen James has the best system if you want to learn. Okay, thank you. Give me that name. Okay, Satran San. I have no idea what name you're looking for. Do I have a Series 7? Why do I need a Series 7? I'm not giving any advice. I'm not doing anything for anybody. I'm just reading numbers. Okay, I can get you a 3rd grader to read numbers. Are you going to ask him if he has or her if they have a Series 7? Awesome. Glad you like it. Every week. Glad you like it. Unlimited. Glad you like it. Can you roll an option indefinitely? Yes, you can. Uh-oh, I missed all these questions. Damn it. Ooh, RGP wants to take a look at coal. KSS. Now, I do have some coals. Okay, first thing I always want to see, where's the high, where's the low, where was it, where is it, what's the direction, up, down, sideways. We're currently at 1939. Okay, the purchase price could be 1964. Closest one is going to be the 1950 or the 20s. Okay, this week only got 2 days left. The numbers don't work. But next week, look at that. The 1950s are going for 55 cents. The 20s are going for 36. The 20s has a better deal than the 1950s, because the 1950s you're losing 14 cents right at the top. You take 14 cents off of there, then you're walking away with 41. Alright, maybe. Anyway, so let's keep on going. You were born in 73. 73, I was in 3rd grade with Mrs. French. No, wait. No, Mrs. Flagg. Mrs. Flagg, she was a hottie. Even in 3rd grade. Holy cow. Yeah, she was very nice. She used to live down the street from me. She had a nice house. Her old man was in construction. And then they had great Halloween candy. Oh. Anyway, week is volatile. Got that one. More about Riot, please. Frenchie, I have no idea what more you want to know about Riot. Okay, RIOT. We already covered it. Okay, the 30-day jump right here. from where it was 30 days ago to where it is now, that's definitely, look at all that space. That's definitely profit taking. Coming very soon. Coming to your neighborhood soon. Profit taking from Riot. But look where it is. She was down here at 625 and she jumped up to 9. Well, that's not a big jump, but think about it. That's over $3. $3 on a $6 stock. That is a 50%, over a 50% increase. And you think there's not going to be profit taking after a 50% increase? Yeah, you're mistaken. Can you talk more about offerings? I'm new and notice it usually goes down after. MC Floss, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Now, I do get to every single question. It might take me a while, but I do read every single question. So ask me that question in a manner in which I'll understand, because I don't really understand it. Can you talk about offerings? Offerings, you know, when you say offerings, I'm thinking of going to church and making an offering, okay? Or I'm thinking pagan rituals, making an offering of a lamb or a baby, and you cut out and do the beating. Yeah, a lot of different things when you say offerings, okay? But in the context of what we're talking about, got to be more direct what we're talking about. But wait, it gets worse. Yes, it does. 86. That's funny. Followed because my low portfolio. Alright, Chamasexy, how are you today? Work is hard to judge too, same volatility. Week is hard to judge too, same volatility. I don't know. Netflix, yeah, no. I don't think Netflix actually shares the dividends. NFLX. 700, yeah, that's out of my price range, sorry. Do you recommend any long-term call put options? I don't do long-term anything. In my humble opinion, long-term is 30 days. MRK, brother. Oh, MRK. Is that Merck? Ugh, look at it. Merck. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this movement. Up, sideways, down. At 106. The 107s. 107s are going for 47. Nope. 107s next week. 225. Okay, cool. But look at the chart. Is it really good to jump in now? Well, a year ago, we're at 103. We bottomed out at the end of November last year at 99.56. Well, look where the top is. Top is right here, 134.63. And that was the end of June. Okay? She dropped, went sideways, dropped again. Here's your last 30 days. Okay, now, this is interesting. Pay attention. Take a look at this. 30 days ago at 118, she drops, retraces. Here's the bottom right there, 105.50. That was yesterday. Today's higher. If tomorrow is another higher day, that's a jump. That's a wonderful time to jump in. But what did the numbers look like? Well, the 107.56, I'll be looking at the 108s. The 108s are going for 185. Well, that's over 1%. If you like Merck. MRK. Look at the numbers. 30 days ago, 118. She drops all the way down to 106. That's a $12 drop. $12 from 118. That's a 10% drop. A 10% drop. Okay? Jump in there, wait for it to go back up again, because that's what they do. They drop down to a certain point, turn around, go back up again. Now, I like 2 days to the upside. We already have 1 day to the upside today. So what's tomorrow going to look like? I'm going to write Merck down for tomorrow. Okay. Misty's a no. Sorry, MSTY. Next to bid and ask number, there are letters. What do they mean? Oh, those letters. Okay, S, D, W, A, B, D, B, H. Yeah, that is the actual office in which they bought and sold. Okay, so now most options are traded in Chicago, but there is an option office in Boston. I'm assuming that's what the B for. There is an office in Chicago. I'm assuming that's what the C's for. There is an office in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh. have no idea what that, yeah, P right there. Okay, the other ones, I have no idea where they are. But those are just offices where the options are being traded. Okay, that's all those letters mean. Nothing major. SMCI, dude, you really don't want me to take a look at SMCI. It is a turd and a half, in my humble opinion. Canadian Potash Company. Yeah, I don't do Canadian companies unless they are traded on the New York Stock Exchange. TSM, isn't that Taiwan Semiconductors? TSM. Ah, it is. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Look where it is. Big gap up. That baby's going to come down and that gap is going to fill. Once she fills, she'll probably turn around and go back up again. So if you really like TSM, great time to buy it would be maybe another week or so. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She shoots up, big gap up. Now she's coming down. Eventually, that gap will fill. Not much further though, before she turns around and goes back up again. At 201, the 202s are going for 172. 202s here are going for 410. Nice numbers if you like that. Okay. K-Tran. Okay, do you really honestly want me to look at SMCI? Because that is a turd and a half. Took a big hit today, but they raised their dividends again. Braden, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, NEP, we already looked at that one earlier today. Trader Kev, we already looked at MRK. We just looked at a little while ago. And what? Is and actually a stock symbol? It is, and it's a no. AMD. Isn't that Archer? No, ADM is Archer Daniels. And what the heck is AMD? AMD is a no, isn't it? Advanced Micro Divisions. Hold on a second. Let's go to Yahoo Finance. Look at AMD. AMD. Yeah. Advanced Micro Divisions. No. ARM. What the heck is ARM? ARM. Other than an ARM. ARM Holdings. Yeah, that's a no also. Come on, you guys. You should know better. Why are you investing in money why are you investing your money into companies you have no idea? Okay, if I say I want companies with dividends, you're giving me companies that don't have dividends. So it leads me to believe you're thinking about investing in money in companies you have no idea what they are. Why would you do that? What the hell are you thinking? MSTY, we looked at that. That's a no. SMCI. So he does want. So Tran, you want me to look at SMCI? I don't know why. Because you're new here. Because if you weren't new here, you would know not to throw some piece of crap at me like this. But wait, let's take a look at it anyway. So SMCI. Super Microcomputers. Okay. 45.63. The 45.50s are going for 105. Next week's 45.50 is going for 275. Nice numbers. They look nice. Okay. Look at the movement. A year ago, we're at 25. Jumps all the way up to 120. Drops all the way back to 45. Okay. Let's see how well they pay their dividends. SMCI. Oh, they have no dividends. Yeah, that's a no, dude. Sorry. Okay, TSM, we already looked at that. Taiwan Semiconductors. Do you pay extra for the charts? No. All this here is free. Okay, this, you can download this for free on thinkorswim.com. Now, it does belong to Charles Schwab. They will let you use it for about 30 days or so, but they would eventually like you to trade with Charles Schwab. Now, I like this. I've been using this for over 20 years. I've been using it when it was still owned by Tom Sosnoff. If your nest egg is only 60 grand, how many different stocks would you put in a week? 60 grand, I'd do about 5. So that's like 15 a piece. 15. PM, por favor. Certainement, bonsoir, por favor, et tout. Oh, where was I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Where was I? Where was I? Can I miss all these questions? Okay, here we are, here. Jose Mateo. Philip Morris, por favor. Okay, we got 2 minutes. And I want to answer the rest of the questions. Hell no. Take a look at that big jump. Got a big gap up yesterday, kept on going, and today she came down a little bit. Okay? But at 131.41, you're looking at the 132s this week, nope. Next week, nope. Sorry. This week, not 1%. Next week, not 1%. That's going to be a no. Philip Morris, nope. Nada, senor. And you check already did. KSS, we already looked at that. Are we buying the stock or the options? Israel, we're buying the stock and then we are selling the option. Okay, Jacob, MSTY, that's going to be a no. Thoughts on NEP? We already took a look at NEP. It's going to be a no. ARM, that's a no. You were born in 73. Cool beans. I was in 3rd grade with Mrs. Flagg in 1973. Very nice lady. She was very nice to me. Intel, we already looked at Intel. Israel, buying the stock, selling calls against it for 1% per week. Thanks, 86. Love it when you do that. Okay, that's one less thing I need to worry about. What's your morning group? I want to in, please. All right, Matthew. Morning group. Basically, we jump in at 9 o'clock every morning. We take a look at the current stock positions that we currently hold. Okay? At 9:30 when the market opens, we look for opportunities if we have any money to play with. Usually on Monday and Tuesday, we do a lot of buying. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays usually open for open questions and open dialogue, and we take a look at our positions. It's really not that difficult to take a look at a position. Okay, we open up our stock like this. Okay, AAP. Okay, great. What's my position? First thing I want to do is put AAP. Okay, there's the chart. What did it do the last couple of days? Well, it was down the last couple of days. Great. Where's my position? Well, here's my position right here. I'm in at 40.35. I sold off the 40s. I collected 110. It's currently at 8 cents. Good. It's going to expire worthless. I'm going to be all back in cash by Monday. It's actually that simple. It's not that complicated. However, Mondays and Fridays are the busiest days because that's what we look at. Mondays we look at what are we buying. Friday we look at, well, everything we bought on Monday, how is it going to play out before 4 o'clock? Because at 3:59 p.m. is the last trade you can make to save yourself from losing anything on a Friday. So that's why we jump in. We used to jump in at 3, now we're jumping in at 2 because we got a few extra people who want to make sure everybody gets a good chance to actually make a good trade. So how do you join? Well, you actually go up to the bio right there, my bio, okay, and it'll tell you information about me. The 10-minute trader is what you're looking for. That is right here. Okay, the 10-minute trader. This right there, trading live online. You just click on that link and that'll take you right to the Patreon, which is where you sign up. Back to where we were. Okay, so hopefully that helped out. Misty's a no. What do I think about DXCM? Never heard of it. Usually if I haven't heard of it, it's usually going to be a no. Okay, DXCM. Okay, Dexcom 7248. DXCM. Oh, imagine that. There are no dividends. Why would you suggest a company to me on a website that says dividend investing for weekly cash flow? If it says dividend investing for weekly cash flow and you throw a company that has no dividends, why would you do that? Why would you waste our time? Let's keep on going. We're past 10:30. I want to get through the rest of these questions. Jacob, why? Why are you asking why, Jacob? BTDR? What the heck is BTDR? That's a monthly, dude. That's a no. So the reason why it's a no, Because it's a monthly. Monthlies don't pay the same. Ask yourself a question. Do you want to go to work for someone and get paid 1% per month and get one paycheck per month? Or do you want to go to work for someone and get 1% every single week? It's actually that simple. Why would I look at something that only pays once a month on a monthly? Okay, that's what a monthly is. November, December, January, March, June, so on and so forth. Those are monthlies. It means I can only do it once a month, 12 times a year. No, 12 times. I like weeklies every single week. I want in the morning group also need to get set up a bit first. Neo, I've already made the commitment to be here every single day until the end of the year. Okay, I've been here since January 2nd. Okay, somebody was stupid enough to show me how to do these live things, and now I got 7 cameras going, 6 different platforms. I have no problem being here up to the end of the year. At the end of the year, I will figure out what I want to do next year. Okay, California Ninja Lawyer. McDonald's, how low will it go? I don't know. Check with me tomorrow. PLTR, it's going to be a no. Ooh, Marvel, good choice. But be back tomorrow because we're past 11:30. I just want to go through all the questions and make sure I answer them all. I got PLTR at 8. Good. Sell it. Make a profit. It's not a profit until you take it. Can you explain how you trade options simple terms? Yes. You buy a stock and you call your broker and say, I would like to sell a covered call against this position. Same, $9. Cool beans. PSEC. Ooh, that's a no. Why not Misty and BDTR? Well, Jacob, apparently you don't like the words no. Okay? I could always sing you that song. What part and no don't you understand? To make it plain and simple, I just said freaking no. Now, the reason why I said no, BDTR and Misty, okay? Now, BDTR is a monthly optional stock, which means I can only do it once a month, 12 times a year. 1%, 12 times a month, 12 times a year, that's 12%. Now, a weekly option, well, 1% a week, 52 times a year is 52%. Now, I don't know about you, but at some point in your life, you're going to change your priorities. Okay, well, at this moment in time, you might be interested in money. Great. When you get a little older like me, your priorities are going to change. My priorities, hanging out with my kids, hanging out with my grandson, and not working so much. So, if I'm going to invest, if I'm going to make money, I want to get 52% a year, not 12% a year. Okay, Jason, I have no idea how would you do 1% a day consistently, predictably, and safely. Okay, if there is a way, fine. Okay, there are some companies that have daily options. Yeah, it's out of my price range though. So Jacob, that's why those are a no. There's 9,742 different companies. Why are you dead set on these two? If these two are both monthly or don't have options, why? That's a question I could be asking you. I'm telling you why I don't do it. Monthlies, no. It's just not worth my time and effort. I already did McDonald's. Wish I had listened on Brillig. Okay, you told me no. Yes, I did, California Ninja. Uh-oh. Wow, I have all these questions. Okay, can you explain how you trade options in simple terms? Yeah. If you come back tomorrow, I can walk you through how to do option trades simply. Could you walk through the steps to mitigate a covered call that was not called? Do we get premium? Club Med Tom, anytime you buy a stock. Now, when I say, okay, when I do a covered call, and I showed Tom, you've been here for a while. I showed you to change this from single to a covered stock. Okay, once you do that, what's the current price? $22.48. The closest one is going to be the $22.50, right there. The $22.50. I'm not going to do this week. Let's do this week's help. Okay, it already sets it up for you. Okay, and I hit the confirm and send, and then I read it. Buy covered calls on this stock for this price on this date, collect this premium. It's all right there. Okay, what I'm collecting for the trade, $170. What's it costing me? It's costing me this much right there. Then you throw it into the calculator. What is my rate of return? Is it over 1%? Great. Is it not? Oh well. Okay. SEV, what dividends? Well, a dividend is a portion of the profit the company makes. Now, if you work for a company, Walmart, Walgreens, Chevron, AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever company, wherever you work, it is a company. It is owned by someone. The money has to come from somewhere. So when the money comes in, what do they do with the profits? They either take all the profits, put it back into the company so it will grow, or they take all that profits and they hand it out to the shareholders in the form of a dividend. A dividend is a portion of the profit paid out by the company to its shareholders. Okay, Mo, we already did AT&T. Throw Zuzus. Okay. I put 10,000 to fill it more slowly due to Zyn because even I got addicted. Okay. Anthropic. Scarlett, I have no idea what anthropic means. I mean, I know what the word means, but in this context, I have no idea. What are yeses tonight? Ooh, blank. You should have been here early. You know what? Guess what? This screen behind me, okay, is live on YouTube. It is being recorded. You can go back and watch it all over again. I don't remember what all the yeses were tonight. 86, no problem. Thank you very much. EOG, ooh, good company. Mickey D's, we already went Mickey D's. Jacob, ET, I like Energy Transfer, but I don't like the premiums. What do I mean? Well, let's take a look. ET, Energy Transfer. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to here. Now, take a look. Energy Transfer, 1641. You're looking at the 1650s. Great. You're getting 9 cents, not 1%. That's the no. But then look at the other premiums. 1 cent, 0, 0. I don't like zeros. Okay, ET, it may be a great company, but the rate of return you're getting doing a covered call is just not worth it. There's 9,742 different companies. Pick something else. REIT, I like some REITs, I don't like some REITs. Why was it a no on NEP? Sorry, I missed that point. NEP. Well, you mean besides this right here, besides this big huge gap down and a big huge drop down, okay, besides that, well, let's go to Yahoo Finance and see how well NEP has been paying out dividends. NEP. Okay, so that can't be right. That's the maximum amount of dividends. Okay, 2014. Okay, that's only 10 years. 10 years. Okay, what part of I like companies with 20 years? See, 2014. Okay, that's 10 years ago. That's why it's a no. And then let's take a look at the dividends. 19, 20, 21, 24, 27, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42. Wow, keep going up. Cool. Nice. Well, okay, but it's only 10 years. When I say I want 20 years of increased dividends, I get 300 companies to look at. If I say I want 10 years of dividends increases, well, I'm going to get a shitload more to look at. No, I have enough work as it is. So NEP is a no for me. If you like it, more power to you. Okay, Braden? REITs, yes, I like some REITs. BPOP, never heard of it. Thank you. Tally, I have never heard of Tally. What the heck is Tally? T-A-L-Y. Can't find that symbol. That's what it says right there. We cannot find that symbol. Tally. Oh, TSLY. Well, TSLY is a no. TSLY. Okay. TSLY, monthly. So apparently you weren't paying attention. When I say no to monthlies and you throw me a monthly, it's going to be a no. Exactly. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Mikey G, are you shitting me? You just getting here at 11:45? You know I'm done at 11:30. You're just lucky I'm here. All right. Ooh, Dennis, QCOM. I like QCOM. Nifty. Okay, we'll have to check on it tomorrow. So you guys have a great night. Past my bedtime, I turn into a pumpkin at 12 o'clock. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Finish over on Facebook. Finish over on Twitter. Finish over on TikTok. And finish over on Yahoo. And done over here on TikTok. And down here for you guys on YouTube. You all have a great night. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.